Hello and welcome back to Best Bets. What's going on? I am Matt O'Leary, joined by Newsday's Joe Manniello. Joe, how you doing today?
Doing great, Matt. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Unfortunately, it's a tough week for both of us, more so for me last week. I went 0-4-1, so first push, which brings me to 19-30-1. Joe, you went 2-3, so 28-22 on the year so far.
Yeah, it was a tough week, some upsets, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the business. So with that, let's get into the first game that we're going to be talking about, the Jets and the Redskins. The Redskins are actually favored in this one by 1.5. Who do you like?
I mean, it's not a great game, obviously. I feel like you got to go with the Jets getting a point. I think they're two bad teams, but I think they're the better of the bad teams. I don't think you should make too much of the Jets win over the Giants. I mean, the Giants are really bad. Defense has been atrocious. So I think Sam Darnold talking playoffs is just a little crazy, obviously. But I think the Jets will get their first winning streak of the season. Dwayne Haskins hasn't really looked that great. I think Greg Williams will throw some blitz packages at him and get him rattled. I think it'll be a closer game than people think because Redskins are bad, but they've hung around with some teams. They played close against the Vikings on Thursday night that one week. I don't think the Jets will blow them out, but I think it'll be like a 23-20 or maybe 2017 kind of game. So I'll take the Jets to make it back-to-back weeks with a win. And believe it or not, if the Jets win, they'll be 3-1 against the NFC East.
Wow. Well, it's crazy to think of it like that, but yeah, that's so true. I didn't even think of that.
Beat the Cowboys and the Giants.
That's right. So for me, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with the Jets plus 1.5. For me, it's like what you said. I don't trust Dwayne Haskins yet. I don't think he's quite ready to be playing right now. I think that's going to come back to bite him in the end. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, like you said. Maybe a 3 to 4 point win. I'm going to go 20-16. The Jets win, and like you said, the first time they're winning back-to-back games this year.
Just to be clear, I said it'll be a close game. I said it won't be a blowout.
Okay.
I said 2017, 23-20.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So on the same page with that one. So with the Giants on the bye week, we're going to do 2 games of the week. The first game of the week we're going to talk about is the Texans and the Ravens. The Ravens are favored by 4 points in this one. Joe, how do you feel?
Yeah, this is a tough game to call. I've actually picked against the Ravens every week except for 1 week, and it's gone against me the last few weeks. A big reason why I was against them early on because I didn't think their defense was that great, but now they got Marcus Peters, and they've been playing really well. They held the Seahawks to 16 points, and they held the Patriots to 20 in that big win on Sunday night. I mean, I think it's one of the best matchups of the year. Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson. It's going to be a great matchup, but I think the spread is if it was 2.5, I think I'd go with the Ravens. But getting over 3 with Watson, the Texans are 3-0 this year against the spread, and also not straight up. They lost at New Orleans week 1 by 2. They beat the Chargers outright on the road, and they also won at Kansas City. So in these spots, they're 3-0 against the spread, getting over a field goal or more. So and they're also off a bye. So I like the fact that Deshaun Watson, I feel like he's always going to keep them in a close game. So even if the Ravens win this game, I think the 4 points is too much not to take the Texans. So I see a high-scoring game, maybe like 30 to 27 kind of game. I think the Texans could even win. I think they're better than I thought they'd be, and they're actually not that bad against the run. So they could bundle up Jackson and maybe keep him under 100 yards and try to slow down Ingram. But I think it'll be a great game, and I'll take the 4 points with Watson.
Okay, I went back and forth on this one a lot. I really struggled trying to come up with a decision. I ended up going with the Ravens, though, and the reason for it, I don't trust Bill O'Brien. I think that he's going to do something late in this game and cost his team a little bit. I like Watson a ton. I think that he should be in the conversation for MVP. I just think when you look at both teams, I think the Ravens are a lot better coached, and they're coming off a really, a blowout win against the Bengals. I think they're going to ride the momentum. I know the Texans are off a bye, and they're not a bad team either, and the 4 points is a little intriguing. Like I said, I went back and forth on this one, but I ended up going Ravens. I think they're going to win this game by like 6 points, maybe something like 30-24.
Yeah, it'll be a good game.
Absolutely. So with that, we're going to pick our second game of the week now, which is the Patriots and the Eagles. The Pats are favored by 3.5 in this game. Who do you like, Joe?
Yeah, similar situations. The other game kind of went back and forth on this. My first thought, like the other game, was Baltimore. My first thought was New England off a bye, and it's a small spread. You figure Belichick and Brady. I don't have the exact number yet. I'm waiting for the guy to get back to me, but I'm sure it's like 30 games over 500. I mean, you always want to back them after a loss and a bye because they lost to the Ravens in their last game. But I just feel like the half point, it means a whole lot in the NFL. So 3.5 is. I mean, they have to win by 4, so I think that it's going to be a close game. So I can totally see it being, a field goal game at the end. So that's why I'm going to take the Eagles getting 3.5. They're also off a bye. And interestingly enough, the last time these two teams played each other, when they both had a week off beforehand, was Super Bowl 52. And we all know what happened in that game. But I mean, obviously Nick Foles isn't playing, and it's different teams. But I like Doug Peterson. I think he's the kind of coach who. He has the right mentality to go against the Patriots team. Like, he takes chances. You saw what he did. Saw what he did in the Super Bowl.
Right.
So I can see him. I can see him going for a couple, 2-point conversions early. Maybe get instead of it being 14 points, all of a sudden they got 16, which could come into play with the spread. I just like the idea of getting 3.5. I think the Patriots are obviously better than the Eagles. I think they should win. But the Eagles, they're weird. They're up and down team. And one more thing, the Cowboys are playing at 1 o'clock, and I think they'll beat the Lions. So the Eagles will go into this 4 o'clock game most likely knowing the Cowboys won and are 6-4. So I mean, obviously they'll be motivated to beat the Patriots anyway. But knowing the fact that hey, we got to keep pace with the Cowboys, maybe that's an extra edge. So I'll take the Eagles plus 3.5.
You made a lot of great points, Joe. I'm going to disagree, though. I'm going to take the Patriots minus 3.5. And you kind of mentioned this early on in your explanation. Bill Belichick off the bye week. I just think him having 2 weeks to prepare for this Eagles team is going to give them a little bit of an edge. And especially coming off a loss, too, their first loss of the year to the Ravens, I think they're going to really want to get back to their winning ways and prove how good of a team they are. And I do like the Eagles. They were my pick to win the NFC East before the season started, and I think they still have a really good shot at winning the division. But I just think, look, talent-wise, coaching-wise, I'm going to give it to the Patriots. I think they win this one. I think it's a one-score game, but I think they're going to end up winning this one. Probably something like 27-21, something like that. So a 6-point difference, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's a toss-up game. Patriots should win, but I mean, I think the Eagles. You can make it. I mean, we made the argument for each way, so I think it should be another good game.
Absolutely. So with that, do you have a best bet for us this week?
All right. So just to explain, if people are reading my column in the paper and also listening to this, my best bet is actually going to be my underdog pick. But because my second best bet or my second most confident pick is a favorite, I'm going to choose that for the lock of the best bet for this segment. So I'm going to go with the Vikings. I'm pretty sure the line is minus 10.5 at home against the Broncos. The Vikings messed me up last week. I picked against them. I thought the Cowboys were going to win. Kirk Cousins in prime time, he showed me up. Everybody else. But now they're back home. Excuse me. And it's a 1 o'clock start against an inferior opponent. And that's just like the Vikings prime. That's their prime time spot. 1 o'clock at home. They're a great home team. They're 4-0 at home this year. Every win has been by 10 or more points. The only time they didn't cover was the Thursday night game against the Redskins a few weeks ago when they were like 16.5-point favorites against Cousins' old team, and they won 19-9. But I attribute that to just being flat on a short week against a really bad team, not being hyped up for that game. So I think that with the Broncos coming to town, Brandon Allen making his first road start, but they are off a bye and they did beat the Browns. But I just feel like that's one of the worst places you want to make your first road start. It's a deafening building, and also the Vikings have a bye next week, so I think they'll be focused. There's no look-ahead game, or this isn't like a trap game. They got the bye next week, and also similar to what I said about the Eagles and Cowboys, the Packers are on a bye this week, and they already have 8 wins, and the Vikings have 7. So they know if they get to 8, they're still behind the Packers because they have one more loss, I think, and they also lost to them head-to-head, but they'll have the same amount of wins going into next week. So I think there's a ton of motivation for the Vikings. I can see them winning this game by 20. So Vikings minus 10.5.
Okay, wow, it's a big spread, but definitely one that you seem confident in. I'm going to go a different direction. I'm going to go with the Bears plus 7. I really don't like what the Rams have shown me in recent weeks, and I think that number is way, way too big. Can I interrupt you for 1 second? Yes, sir.
That's my best bet, the Bears. In the paper, that's the pick I'm going next for the underdog.
Oh, really?
So,
okay.
Yeah, so we're on the same page.
Yeah. Perfect. Love it. Bears plus 7. I really don't like what I've seen from this Rams team at all. I think that number is way too big. I would not be shocked, honestly, if the Bears won this game, but I think it's going to be a close one, too. And by the Rams having to win by more than a touchdown, I just don't see it at all.
Yeah, that's my upset. The Bears plus 7 or 6.5. Is it 7?
7, yeah.
Yeah, the number's way too high. People are still picking the Rams because of last year. I guess they're not following what's going on. But I like the Rams. I'm a big fan of McVay. But Jared Goff, he's totally regressed. He has no offensive line protection. Last week, the Steelers won 17-12, and the final score is misleading because the Rams' offense only had 3 points. They scored on a defensive fumble recovery touchdown, scoop and score, and also a safety. So the Rams' offense only got 3 points. And at home, and they should beat the Bears because Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears' offense isn't that much better, or even worse. But the Bears just won. They finally stopped that losing streak. I think they'll come into this game feeling good about themselves. And I agree, it's just way too many points. It should be like maybe 4.5. Getting 7 points, it almost feels too good to be true. So maybe we should be a little bit worried. But I think it'll be a close game, like a low-scoring game, maybe even like 13-10, 17-13. They played last year on Sunday night, late in the year, and the Bears just dominated Goff. It was like a 15-6 final or 15-9, I think.
Yeah.
And I could see another, maybe each team getting a defensive touchdown in this game. And I could see Khalil Mack having a big game, Aaron Donald having a big game. So I think there'll be a lot of defense in this one in prime time. And I love the Bears too. So the Bears are my best bet in the paper, like you with this. But I'll take them as my underdog pick, plus 7.
Okay, so for my upset pick, I'm actually going to go with the Dolphins, plus 6 against the Bills. I also think this is kind of a big number. It's a divisional game. The Dolphins have actually played pretty well the last couple of weeks, getting a couple of wins. And I still don't really trust this Bills offense. I don't think they're going to be able to, put up a ton of points in order to, blow them out. I think it's going to be like a field goal, maybe a 4-point game. So I'm going to take the Dolphins with the points for the upset.
Yeah, I totally agree. In this week's column, I'm taking almost every game. I'm taking an underdog. All but like 2 or 3 games. And I like the Dolphins too. They've covered in 5 straight games. Like you said, they won 2 in a row. And one of those covers was at Buffalo. They were getting big number, 17 points, and they were winning 14-9 in the fourth quarter. So, the players are obviously not tanking. So I think it's going to be like you said, I don't trust Josh Allen laying 6 points in the road. So I think it'll be a close game unless Ryan Fitzpatrick throws a pick 6 or something. I agree. I think Dolphins will cover.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. So just to run through one more time, in the Jets-Redskins, we are both on the Jets plus 1.5. Texans-Ravens, I'm on the Ravens minus 4. Joe is on the Texans. For the Patriots and the Eagles, I have the Patriots minus 3.5. Joe is taking the Eagles plus 3.5. My best bet is the Bears plus 7 against the Rams. Joe's is the Vikings minus 10.5. His upset pick is the Bears plus 7 against the Rams. And my upset, like I said, I am just going to go with the Dolphins plus 6. Joe, thanks so much for coming on with me.
All right, Matt. Great time. Thank you.